It's not a very good morning here on the farm because we have had a disaster with the tractor. You can see I did plenty of tilling on both sides. Had a handful of rows left, maybe 10 or 12 rows left. And you'll notice we stop about here. Well, let's go look at why that might be. And nothing about it is good. I was putting down the attachment to do the tilling, and I hear a ping and it pops back up, and I said, oh, we need to stop right now. This is the first clue. This looks like cast iron, I guess, by the structure. I don't know. So, where the PTO connects to the implement, we have had a failure. So you can see that these parts here would sit in there, in the place that broke off. This has been sheared off too. Didn't even notice this last night. This was too hot to touch last night. But yeah, this is horribly warped. It did feel like things were a little more vibraty the last few times that I've used the tilling attachment. Only when it was in the ground, like when it was up in this position, even running, like it felt totally normal. I thought, our soil has become a bit more clumpy, so I thought that was probably the cause. Maybe not. So this piece broke off. You can see that it is in bad shape coming out of where it is meant to be. This collar, that collar is plastic. Okay. I have the remnants of what might have been an O-ring or something. There. Don't know if you can tell by the shinier surface, but don't believe that is meant to look like that. I can't tell if that's also a problem. So I need to take some pictures. The tractor place is closed today, so I don't know, but this in and of itself isn't necessarily the thing that I think is going to be the problem. Certainly it is a problem. But the problem that I am foreseeing is that this is screwed at least where the PTO is, but maybe the transmission. Because in gear it would not. I heard a nice grinding when I tried to let the clutch out. I managed to get it into the lowest gear and it would move. But yeah, I need to take a couple pictures here. Start it up and see if we can put it in gear. in second, in 1.2, I guess. I don't hear immediate grinding or anything when I try to manually move the PTO. That's always good. So down here we have our transmission oil. Well, we're just over the low end of the mark. All right, let's see what we got. We do have some oil. Don't know where that's dripping from. The hydraulics still work. I was able to put it into second 1.2. I don't know, sub gear 2 of main gear first, and reverse. Did not try to turn the PTO on. The hydraulics still work. We can move this up and down. Don't know if we should try to turn on the PTO or not. It looks exceedingly unhappy. So let's not do that. Let's just get this inside and turned off. I need to find a solution by the time I need to get peppers in the ground, or try to do all of this by hand, which would be really not great. Yeah, don't want to think about that. The other thing to think about, so the best case is I can just replace those parts and we're good. The second best case is that we take the whole PTO off, replace that, and replace those parts and we're good. Getting into the less good cases, they may not make those parts anymore. This tractor's from the early 90s, 93 I think. I don't have tractor money. This same tractor used is 10 million yen plus. Buying it used, you don't know what you're going to get into. I'm not expert enough to know. The second thing is I've only seen this tractor used twice, and they're both clear on the other side of the country, which means I would have to pay to ship it clear across Japan, from down by Kyoto for one, and in the South Island of Kyushu for the other. So what that might indicate is attempting to locally find a different tractor, which sucks. If that's the case, then we just might not have a tractor anymore. At least not one that the PTO is usable. Trying to even throw away a tractor just boggles my mind as to how we would do that in Japan. I'm sure it costs a fortune to get rid of as well. But a good walk behind is probably fine for the size of my property. Wouldn't be great, but even a brand new good walk behind tractor can cost about, the same amount as a used actual tractor like that. So nothing good about this situation. I don't know if there were clear warning signs that I missed. I don't know if there's something else that I could have done. Maybe, probably. I cannot find a service manual for this tractor. I have the instruction manual. Thankfully, Kubota still has it on their website. But, yeah. So, for the places that I did recently till, let's put some things in the ground, because it's going to get a lot harder after this to do that. First, I guess I'll do a little wheel hoe action though. Good Sunday morning. It's a bit before 11 a.m. Didn't feel great most of yesterday. I think it's just allergies kill me sometimes. Yeah, so I have tractor work to do. Wife is very kindly mowing since we had a tree come down. Investigate. So as you can see, the field has gone crazy, but the good news is, and what we'll be doing this video today, hopefully, got tractor parts. Also got a chainsaw, so you'll see that in another video coming up soon. I haven't unboxed it yet. Yeah, we got a tree that fell down, so when I talk about being built directly on rock, yeah, this is got all kinds of big rocks just below the surface. Thought I heard something crunching the other day. I mean, the neighbors across the street are taking down a whole bunch of cedar, I think. I'm guessing they're gonna sell it. I know another guy down is a mushroom farmer, but I think they're just gonna sell that for timber. I haven't talked to him, but yeah, that's like all of the big tall trees in front of their property are coming down. So I think that's what they're doing. But today, goal number one for today is tractor. Didn't get a phone call, maybe because I wrote down my phone number a bit weird. But went over to the Kubota dealership a couple of days ago, and they have my part. So yeah, watermelons are really ganky, really happy. Oh, I see ants again. We don't want that. No, no, no. It's only a couple of them now, but why? Anybody else? Anywhere else? Where do they come from? Where do they go? Something, something. Cotton Eye Joe. after lunch problem. Don't get distracted. So yep, we dug up potatoes. We had a couple of plants that were infested with ants, unfortunately. We have excuse me, but we still got many kilos of potatoes, or probably actually several kilos of potatoes still on the ground that I can't find because the plants died off. We have some cucumber looking quite nice over there, and here in the former potato patch, if you walk along, where is he? There's a volunteer something. There's volunteer cucumber over there. So yeah, just cucumbers from last year still doing quite well. Corn, the wind has been not great. Some of it's still up. First green beans coming in. Surprising. I thought it'd be a little while before that happened. The rain the last few days has made these tomatoes much happier. All of the brassicas that were in here are dead, which isn't a surprise. It was too late in the season. These guys, don't know if they're going to make it. Hopefully they do. These are tomatillos, and they're looking, for the most part, pretty nice. You can see, like, we had some wicked rains come through here. Yep, little tomatoes in through here. I hadn't planned on selling tomatoes, but we might be selling tomatoes if those do well. Germination problems this year. I put these pots out just in case the seeds might still be valid. I ordered a bunch as backup. You can see every now and again there's a tiny little jalapeno in here that get bigger. Generally bigger, not all of them, as you go along. Should be kohlrabi, I believe. But yeah, the rains have been a little nuts. Normally we have like a long rainy season, but this year it's just been different. And some more tomatoes. Blueberries that we need to pick in the next couple of days. Yep, alright, enough distraction. One grapevine that's doing well, and one that has like a leaf on it. The grass has already grown up so much, it's just crazy. But I need room to work and light, so we're going to do this outside. So I will pull the tractor on over here and be right back with you. Lots of beetles. Just kidding. I realized that pavement's wet. So we're gonna... Oh, something big buzzed by my head there. Sometimes I thought it was bees or wasps, but we also have like a type of drone beetle here. It's quite noisy. So maybe it's one of those guys. But yeah, it's much drier in here. So we're gonna try working here. Because I don't want to be covered in grease. Alright, so this is the new, at least new to me, set of pieces. This rotating four-way joint in here is called a spider, apparently. This is some kind of collar. Yeah, we need to replace this. This is what's left of the old guy. He is quite broken. So, we will see. We'll pause. The thick one is there, which needs to mate with this thick one here. Well, we're on the wrong side. There we go. Oh, thank. All right. I won't be able to see behind me, so you're gonna have to tell me how it goes. Well, no initial explosion. Let's move outside. See what we can see.
what that vibration is. We're gonna put it in a small patch of dirt and see how we go. Don't know if that's a mistake or not. Butterfly. But I don't know what else to do. To see if it feels like it's better or worse, we'll do maybe just one pass and then we'll take a look. much better. All right, it is now about 4 p.m. I just got done eating lunch finally. I guess early dinner. I just had a salad for breakfast before I started working. Field looks a little different. So the part seems to be holding up okay. I don't see any obvious signs of wear. Things weren't pulling the way they were before. They weren't jumping. So now we just need to do some cleaning. Then we will get into chainsaw time. And there we go. Next, put it in the garage and chainsaw time. And there we go. That is one tractor problem solved. Off camera, I did add transmission fluid too. We were at the very bottom of the, like, between the two lines, so still barely in a zone. And I thought, just a little bit, so it took about a liter. So I don't know how much it's supposed to hold, but now it's like at the top of the bar. Maybe a little more than I want, but yeah. Thank you very much for watching us. If you haven't already, please give us a subscribe and like if you like this video. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.